What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darth Eternal here with the latest breakdown on episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett. And man, did it not disappoint. But before we do start, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know. Also, go check out my last live stream, which was literally this morning at like 2 a.m. where we streamed for about 2 hours and a half. Such a good live stream. Don't miss it. Give it a thumbs up as you watch. Let's start the show. So we start off the video, yes, with Cobb Vanth talking to the Pykes and warn them to not basically come around their town, which is now called Freetown, and basically kills them. And we get to see that, and he literally sees a little bit of the spice that's there, and it was cool. Like, it was nice to see Cobb Vanth in the Book of Boba Fett. I thought was pretty cool, pretty interesting. And also, let's give it a nice little note that Dave Filoni did direct this episode, which was really nice to see that. I enjoy it. I have to say, man, did he bring out all the guns for this episode. He brought out every single weapon he could that the fans wanted. And listen, was it fan service? Yes, it was. But man, was it well done. I have to give the man credit where credit is due. But anyway, let's continue and we'll get to the bottom of it at the end of the episode here. So, when we see Mando, we do see him traveling to find Grogu. And when he does land on the planet, we get to see him, yes, talking, actually runs into R2-D2. And he basically is asking where's Skywalker, because again, he finds Skywalker, he finds Grogu. Then we actually get to see Luke and Grogu meditating, which is really, really nice, and it's really beautiful to see that, because it's been a while since we have seen the two of them. We also get to see them building, yes, the Jedi Temple, where Kylo destroys it, but we see the beginning of it being built here, and we now know who his first student was, and that is, yes, Grogu. We finally also see Luke, and man, I have to say, he looks great. They did a phenomenal job, and the person who did the deepfake, actually, who's a YouTuber, actually, they hired him, and I'm assuming that this is his work. And let me tell you guys, this person did not disappoint. Now, it seems to be that it's the same actor who did the CGI one from the Mandalorian on that last episode, but they did a really good job, because honestly, this is like the best deepfake I've ever seen. They did, like I said, a really, really good job. And I guess, you know what, being a YouTuber does pay off, because now my man has a job working for Lucasfilm. So congrats to you, bro. But it's funny, then we get to see Grogu trying to eat the frog, as always, and Luke kind of reprimands him. It's kind of funny. Then he lifts up a whole bunch of frogs, Luke, and I think it's really, really nice to see that he's really teaching him. I really, really enjoy it. And then we see, yes, somebody actually from the live stream calls him Lil G, so I'm gonna call him Lil G, training and jumping around with the with the training remote, which is really, really cool. Then we also finally get to see a flashback. This was so dope here. We get to see Luke basically tell Grogu, let's help you remember. Let's help you see some sort of a flashback. And because remember, Grogu doesn't really remember, has no knowledge, has no recollection of what happened in the past. And we don't know when that time frame began or started. So we see here that Grogu from the Clone Wars in the Jedi Temple with 3 Jedi trying to protect him, that we see here, but still doesn't really tell us who actually saved him. And again, we see these 3 Jedi who we've seen before, Sindro, Benny, and Wilnagro. Again, I might be destroying the names, but those are the names that come up when I look it up. And again, I don't know if I'm saying them right, but you guys can clarify it in the comment section, because I'm sure I destroyed it. But we then see, yes, we then see Mando waiting, right? They build a bench for him, which was really hilariously funny. And we finally get to see also Ahsoka, another Filoni character. They're looking at the Jedi Temple being built as they're talking, because again, he's looking for Skywalker, he's looking for Luke, because if he finds Luke, he obviously finds, yes, Grogu. But we then learn, as Ahsoka is telling him, is it you that wants to see Grogu, or, what is it? Because again, building that attachment right now would hurt. And I think, well, not that I think, from what we obviously know, him seeing Grogu would mess up the training. Grogu would just run to him, and they already have that attachment from what we've learned in The Mandalorian. So that ends up not happening. So Mando basically gives it to Ahsoka. Ahsoka then gives it to Luke. And like I said, Luke then gives Grogu, a choice between the Beskar shirt, which is like a chain. Obviously, you guys see it, which is really cool. And then we obviously see him bring out, Yoda'S lightsaber. I thought this was so cool, and it was pretty interesting because, again, from what we know in the comics, Yoda'S lightsaber is basically no more in the comics. So for them to even bring it back, and the fact that he even still has it is so cool. And one of the scenes that we do get in the episode is Luke basically training with Grogu as well with his lightsaber, and it was awesome. I mean, the whole episode so far is beautifully done. It's super amazing. We then get to see Mando go back to Tatooine and obviously join in on the meeting with Boba and Fennec and the rest, and obviously Black Chrysanthemum, to make the next move on the Pikes and see what the next plan is, what their plans are, because they're waiting on the Pikes to make a move. And boy, did they make a move and a statement at that cantina, at that Havana cantina, shall I say, where there was an explosion. And, we learned that because of the Pikes, obviously. But then we also get to see Mando, go back and basically say, he has somebody that he can talk to to have more backup, because they do need it as well, right? Even though they have two obviously like veteran, in Black Chrysanthemum and Mando, but they need more muscle, they need more support. So who does he go visit? Yes, Cobb Vanth, and buys him a drink and warns him of the Pikes, plan to take over, and how basically it can become a threat to the Freetown, which is what they call themselves, as I said in the beginning. So yeah, it's definitely a big threat, and they need to figure out what it is they're gonna do, because again, if they don't do something right now, again, the Syndicate is going to come in and wipe them out, and they're just a small town, and Mando cares. Again, even though Cobb Vanth does say in the episode that they are squared off, but it can become a threat eventually, right? And he does end up, kind of taking what Mando says into consideration, as we see. But, the town doesn't really want to get involved in it, but they're going to have to anyway, because they have no choice. But then we see walking in the desert, in the sands of Tatooine, the long-awaited bounty hunter of all bounty hunters. Yes, we finally got him, guys. We finally got the one, the only Cad Bane. And I mean, my gosh, does he have a long resume, killing Jedi and more? And again, we got to recently see him in the Bad Batch, but to have him here now in live action, man, it is such a full circle moment to have all these characters in the series. Man, like, I would have never expected in Star Wars for us to get so many characters in an episode of Star Wars, which is truly beautiful, and it's simply amazing. Like I said, I mean, to see Ahsoka, to see Luke, Grogu, Mando, Boba Fett, Fennec. I mean, you have Black Chrysanthemum, shall I say. That's 7 big name characters. I mean, and the list goes on, guys. And we're not even done. We still have another episode left to go for this series. So that is the interesting part. And not even just interesting, it's awesome, because who knows what this finale might be. And, let me get into what happens here to kind of wrap it up. Cad Bane then shoots Cobb in the arm and kills basically Cobb's, right-hand man, and kills him. And Cobb actually got shot in the arm. A lot of us think that he actually died and got shot in the chest. No, he actually got shot in the arm. So he's still most probably alive and is going to spread the word and let, Mando know who this bounty hunter or who this person was that shot him. And honestly, I'm definitely, in my theory is that in the next episode, we're going to see Boba and Cad Bane square off. They're going to have that shoot down that they had in the deleted scenes from the Clone Wars. And listen, I'm not mad at all. I am super excited, guys. Like I said, this series, this episode, wow, these last 2 episodes have been such heavy hitters. And a lot of people I know are upset because, again, it's not really, they're not Boba Fett, episodes, just with him in it. He was in it for a second at the end, as you guys see, but it's just so nice to see all these characters. And I have to say, I was not expecting, I don't think anybody was expecting Ahsoka, Luke, and Grogu. we knew that obviously it was hinted at and it was probably going to be talked more and touched on, you know, in season 3 of The Mandalorian. But man, to get this right off the rip, I mean, they couldn't have done a better job. They couldn't have killed it. I mean, right on the money with Ahsoka, right on the money with, you know, Mando, Grogu. Seeing Grogu, you know, now have that choice to choose between the Beskar armor or the lightsaber. And comment down below, what do you think he chooses? So, you know, again, guys, this episode was awesome for me. 10 out of 10 straight up. Again, let me know what you think about this episode. I really want to get your guys' comments down below this time. Again, hit that like and subscribe button and stay tuned because I might have a live stream today coming later tonight. And also get ready for next week's live stream because it's going to be the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett, as it's going to be a good one, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Later.